Happy 5 a.m., you guys. I was wanting to make a video this morning. I know it's been a little bit, but Spirit's been like really talking to me this morning. Um, and Spirit's been talking to me, the universe has been talking to me this morning regarding manifesting, right? So, the message, real quick, that I got while I was just doing my shower this morning. Sorry, I just jumped right in, you guys. My name is Lisa Kidd. For those of you that don't know, I'm the owner of Glamtique Studio. It's an online boutique and apothecary. Okay, so we sell all types of goddess things, okay? And guys can come too. Incense, intention products, spiritual candles, all types of shit. Anyways, I want to get this message out while it's fresh in my mind. So I wrote some of it down, but not all of it. So basically, the message that Spirit kept saying to me over and over is bumps. I just kept feeling bumps, right? So what Spirit was talking to me about, what the universe was talking to me about was bumps in the road, right? We're not talking about bumps in the road, though, because Spirit says that it's always going to be bumps in the road. Okay, when you're manifesting, there's always bumps in the road. Something's always going to happen. Sometimes it's little bumps, sometimes it's like great huge bumps, right? It's always going to be bumps in the road. So that's not the question. The question at this point is our maneuverability. Okay, once you're on your spiritual path, the question begins then, what is your maneuverability? What are your coping skills? Okay, when those bumps come, do you like succumb and fall apart and forget everything you've learned and go back to your former way of life? Okay, your former habits, former codependencies, that lover that's really just a safety net for you that you know you really shouldn't be with. Do you go back there, just because it's safe? Do you go back to your old friends, the old things that you used to do, the old things that, like I said, they're no longer working for you? Do you go back there? Do you get angry? What are your maneuverability skills? Do you get so depressed that you just stay down? The maneuverability is what matters. Okay, when manifesting, the maneuverability is what matters because, like I said, there's always going to be bumps. So, what happens is when you go over those bumps, sure, take a minute, cry it out. I mean, like I said, some of those bumps are huge, right? So, some of them it might be a family member passing away, a loss of a job, a child, anything. It could be very detrimental to you, and you're like, okay, I fall apart, you know. But once you're on your journey and you know better, you must do better. So when it comes to you manifesting and following your life purpose, when these different things and these different bumps get in the way while you're manifesting, it's not a time to like fall all the way apart. Sure, take your moments, cry, do what you're gonna do. And like I said, and you might not ever get over the situations depending on what the situations are, but you learn how to maneuver around them, right? In order to still live a fulfillful life. Um, so one of the things when manifesting, I'm going to talk about three things today, though, while manifesting. Three things, basically. I might go over a little bit more, but three at least that can really, prevent your manifestations from coming through and working out for you, okay? And we'll also do, a tarot read, kind of, for the collective sometime throughout the video. It's not going to be real long, though. Probably 10-15 minute video. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying. When you're manifesting, when those bumps come up in the road, the thing is, you put your dream out there, right? You decide, this is what I want. You put this vision out there. Along the way in the process, small things might come up, right? As you're trying to reach that goal. So do you just give up or do you keep going towards that goal? The correct answer would be, of course, to keep going towards that goal. You don't want to just give up. Okay, because if you just give up, you'll never reach it. The thing is with the universe can only reward you as long as your goals, and now we'll kind of get into a few reasons why your manifestations might not be working out for you. But one of the main reasons is it doesn't align with your life purpose. So your manifestations, the things that you're trying to manifest, have to align with your higher self, with your life purpose, what the universe wants for you. Okay, so if that's not lining up, and let me say that two different ways. Okay, so this is two reasons right now why your manifestations might not work out. One, it's not aligning with what the universe has in store for you. Okay. And two, it might not align with what your higher self has in store for you. Okay. So those are a couple of reasons of why your manifestations might not work out. You might be like, oh, I want this. This is perfect. This is perfect. And it might not work out because it doesn't align. So it has to align. So as long as your manifestations and the things that you're wanting align with your higher self and with the universe and the collective, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get it. Like I said, as long as you put forth that work, have those maneuverability skills, so when you go through that little pothole, when you go over those, shit, it's the end of a road and now we might have to get out and walk a little bit, you know until we reach this bridge, or who knows, the slide might be at the end of it, right? So but I mean, shit, some of you guys' lives, I know, like, right, you're like, damn, I got to the end of the road, and then there was a brick, and there was a slide down. Anyways, my imagination. But Spirit just said that, and it's like, damn, like, I didn't think I could go any lower, right? And some of you guys are feeling this way right now. This is heavy on me, and I think that's why Spirit wanted me to do this video. I'm feeling some energy, and some of you guys are like, yeah, bitch, like, and it keeps going down. Like, when's it going to go back up? Okay, well, once you get down, you might realize that you get into a pool of water, right? And this time there's no gators in there. You swim across and there's some steps and you climb back up, right? Slowly. Sometimes you just have to put in that work. So once you put in that work, though, and start putting in that work, like, Spirit's literally going to bless you. The universe is going to bless you. There's no other option. There's no other option. As long as, like I said, what you're trying to do correlates with your higher self in the universe. So a couple other reasons, real quick, let's get into that, why your manifestations might not be coming through. So we already did 2 reasons. It's not aligning with your higher self. It's not aligning with what the universe has out there for you. Number 3, and this isn't necessarily number 3. I find this to be kind of number 1 on the list, actually. Because the other ones, like, normally if you're thinking it, normally it's probably going to align as long as you're going with, like I said, living through your life purpose, okay? Now, if you're manifesting robbing someone or hurting someone, of course, that's not going to align, right? Because it doesn't align with the universe. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, probably the number 1 reason, though, well, I'll probably say this one is number 2. My list is all over the place. Anyways, the number 2 reason why your manifestations aren't working out, you talk too much. Okay. The way the collective works is, like, if you have an idea and you want to get it out, like, or Spirit gives you an idea, right? I'm sorry, you guys, my mind just went all over the place. But anyways, I have a few things coming through right now. Anyways, sorry, slow down. Okay, if you have an idea that comes across your mind and Spirit wants you to, like, work on this idea, you're like, this is the bomb ass idea or whatever, right? But then you wake up and you're, like, blabbing to everybody, like, oh, I got this bomb ass idea. You ain't put shit in motion. Well, 1, there's people out there that are intentionally and non-intentionally hating, okay? So that's going to affect your mojo. And 2, if you put an idea out there prematurely, like, it's in the collective, okay? It's literally just in the collective now. And what that means is that the way Spirit works is it's going to bounce that idea. The universe, it's going to bounce that same idea off of a few people's heads. If it sees that you're not, like, going after it, say you get this idea and you're like, oh, but I got to wait until I do this. I need to wait until I do this. I need to wait until I do this. Well, then you need to wait and keep your mouth shut before you tell anyone, okay? Because the way it's going to work is if Spirit doesn't see you, like, going after that dream, and they're like, damn, I just gave you this bomb ass idea. What's taking you so long? What are you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm doubting right now. Spirit's like, okay, fine. Well, you sit over there and doubt. While you're doubting, I'm going to bounce this idea off of, like, 4, 5, 6 people's heads. One of these people are going to grab this idea. Boom. It's out of the collective, right? And then you're like, damn, I just had that idea. It's manifested in front of my eyes. That's what happened. You opened up and you put it out in the collective, okay? So this is like 2 ways also. So that's 1 way. It's in the collective and it bounces around until someone else grabs it. And now you're like, I'm waiting on a new download. Hopefully there's a new download, okay? That or the other way is, like I said, some of you guys have intentional haters and non-intentional haters. So what do I mean by that? The intentional haters are the ones that are like, bitch, she thinks she doing something. Okay, whatever. We're gonna cast this spell. We're gonna just purely hate and send the evil eye over there. That we have those. Then we have the ones like that. You might have friends that are just like was raised by like old school parents and they're not used to going out on a limb. So when you say, "Hey, I'm about to quit my job and go and start my business," and they're like, "Ooh, girl, wait, no, are you sure you want to do that?" And they're just sitting there worrying their pretty little heads off for you. Right. So those types of negative vibes and things, though, even though they don't mean anything by it, they're truly worried about you. Like, oh my God, Lisa's lost it. She's about to quit her job so she can go read tarot. This is a true story, right? And friends was like, but it you have to have that faith. Like, so anyways, like I said, that one, it's not as strong, but like the negative vibes from people, like I said, unintentional, that can also hinder your success is also. So those are 4 ways basically that can hinder your successful manifestations. And the other big way is literally you just need to do shadow work before you start trying to manifest shit. Okay? And what I mean by that is like, you might need to get rid of a lot of your own negativity. Okay? Yeah, you can manifest while doing shadow work and try to do spells and stuff while doing shadow work. But if you know the way the universe works, you might throw your shit off. Okay? So it might be not such a bad idea for you to say, hey, let me build my confidence up so I can actually believe that this shit is really going to come, because you don't want to fight against yourself. Sorry, you guys, my neighbors, distractions. And I guess that's another way Spirit just said. You get distracted. Okay, but going back to what I was saying, we're going to get back to the dog. But anyways, yeah. Like now the dog's all quiet. Anyways, you don't believe fully. You really don't believe that you deserve this, because since you were 6 years old, someone told you that you don't deserve shit. So you don't believe that you deserve things. So you give up. You give up. You get distracted. Right? You start to get distracted by things. A new boyfriend comes along. You're distracted. You forgot about what you was working towards, right? An old boyfriend comes back. Now you're distracted. A girlfriend, whatever, I don't know your life, but an old girlfriend comes back around. Like I said, you stub your toe. You get fired. Your son passed away, and you get distracted. And you forget those manifestations, and you forget what you was working towards, right? And so how can anything ever come? And then you think about it one day and you're like, oh, that didn't happen. Well, did you really put forth the effort? Did you show that maneuverability? Right? So those are just a few ways. I'm actually putting together an e-course for manifesting right now. So be on the lookout for that here soon. But until then, let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what might be going on with us today. We're going to ask Ganesha here what distractions we might have today. Obstacles, okay. That's what I normally use this deck for. We're going to see what obstacles we might need to overcome today. So delight. So I'm going to say some of us might need to overcome. Some of you guys have been not having fun, period. You guys have been having some money issues, I see. Financial issues. It's okay. It's going around. Trust me. Seriously. And I'm saying that from different people's perspectives. My perspective. Shit. And Spirit says the way for us to get out of this here is to get moving. So I'm going to say movement, working out, dancing around. Some of you guys might need to actually work out. Watch what you're eating. I'm feeling like some of you guys are having some stomach issues, and it's purely because of what you've been eating. I know the holiday was last week, but let's get back on it. Okay, and giving. So when you don't have, that's still a way to manifest. Like when you feel like, oh my God, I can't give. Still give, okay? Give an offering to your ancestors. Give an offering to whatever deities it is that you work with. If you see someone at the store and they can't, or you just feel it like, oh, I should buy this person a coffee, or I should do something nice for my sister. Go ahead and do that. Don't hold back. Go ahead and do that. So Spirit says any obstacles that we might have today are going to be in giving, um, giving and showing gratitude and receiving, moving around. So getting up, moving around, and actually just being happy today. So some of you guys are going to want to sit around, just be lazy, um, oh, melancholy, sad, feeling sorry for yourself, not maneuvering around those problems that you're having, being really tight with your money because you're feeling like, oh, well, I don't have, so let me be tight. And I'm going to tell you that is the wrong way to be. When I feel like I don't have, I give even more, okay? Because by you giving, going out to eat, tipping, doing whatever, like, you're sending back that good energy to yourself, because now that person's like, oh my God, she just brought me a coffee, he just gave me a great big tip. And they're like, it's just going to maneuver right back, okay? Because the universe is going to be like, oh, she's spreading cheer out here. Let me give her some too, okay? So some of you guys, that's going to literally be your issues today. You're going to need to just, like I said, get up, get moving, work out some this morning, okay? Yeah, some of you guys are like in a place where you're just not seeing the brighter days right now. This sun card coming up in reverse. Some of you all are also going through the death of a situation, transformations, maybe endings of relationships. For some reason, I just heard time's running out. Spirit is talking to me about your job. Some of you guys are in a state of just reflection. Okay. Uh, I'm just pulling cards. I haven't been shown, but you're in a state of reflection here. Okay. Holding on to things from the past and not letting go. Okay. Chords. And once again, we got the happiness upside down. So some of you guys are just in a place of where you're not looking at that brighter picture. Okay. And yes, some things are ending, but it's like they say, endings come for new beginnings. So I feel like a lot of you guys, it correlates right to the message that we got this morning. That I got from Spirit. There's gonna be bumps in the road. It's your maneuverability, how you choose to maneuver. So some of you guys are dealing with problems in your relationship, your marriage, okay? Like, I'm just feeling like there's no peace that's been in the home, overthinking ideas. Some of them, you all, I feel like it might be some infidelities, too much pleasure, too much, I'm feeling like with this Six of Cups, though, but the way I'm feeling with this card is like some of you guys have just been enjoying, not really enjoy, like I said, not really enjoying yourself. And then some of you, I feel like maybe you've been enjoying yourself a little too much, but with the wrong situations. I'm feeling like with this card, this Six of Cups, it's telling me more that it's been more about physical pleasures, and what feeds your body. So like I said, some of you all, what it is the message that I got earlier with maneuverability. How are you maneuvering? Is it through codependency? So some of you, I feel like you're maneuvering through these hard times by like through sex, through drugs, through alcohol, right? And that's like your crutch, but that's not gonna help you in the end, because that's not what's gonna bring you this peace, okay? That's not gonna bring you those new ideas. You need to get back into your spirituality. Spirit says for some of you, travel is going to be coming up. I see planes, okay? So some of you all, you're actually going to be traveling, and I feel like some of you guys, I don't know why, I feel like I'm feeling like maybe to Washington in that area, like somewhere where you're going to be looking at some monuments or something like that, like a spiritual type of journey, type of trip. Possibly maybe like in Paris or something like that also. I feel like I'm seeing the Eiffel Tower. But today, some of you guys are, like I said, you're in a fight right now, and you just literally have to stand up for what it is that you believe in. Okay, stand up for what it is that you believe in and don't back down. Some of you are going through it because you've actually lost a parent, and I'm feeling like some of them is a mother figure, or some of you guys are just not on the path yourself right now. You're not feeling much of the matriarch, the head of your family, as you should. So once again, Spirit says, like, keep working hard. These are just cycles and things that you're going through. Right now, some of these are karmic cycles. Some of you guys are actually going through a period of like where you're breaking through like generational curses. Okay, and that type of thing takes hard work and it takes grit, and it's gonna take you becoming um like getting on your bag, you know, like this matriarch card that came up upside down. So, like I said, I feel like some of you guys really need to just kind of reverse, chill the fuck out, get in your bag, put in the work, and remember what you're here for. Okay, so like I said, just maneuver and don't feel that defeat. Some of you all are feeling very defeated. I'm gonna but it's not the time. Like I said, Spirit wants you, once you start moving around today, listening to that advice, workout. Because I was feeling melancholy this morning myself. I'm not going to lie. When my 5 a.m. alarm went off for my meditation, I'm like, and that's not often, but today was one of those days. So I really had to force myself, and I wasn't going to do this video right now. I'm not lying. I was going to go back to sleep, and something said, no, go ahead and do the video. And by golly, it's not just me, it's the collective. So, new beginnings, not fighting off these new beginnings. This is where your mind is at. And passion ignited. Okay, so getting that fire back under yourself, not being afraid for those things to come to an end and start these new beginnings. Okay, so you are like right now in a phase where you could literally be creating anything with this Fool card and this Magician card coming up. So now it's time for you to create. Okay, create. Don't stay in that sad place, okay? This is time for you to show like those maneuverability skills. I'm just going to pick a couple of more manifestation cards. Just to send you off today with a good blessing, a good message, okay? Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. Okay, so share your voice. Once again, like I said, so some of you guys have been, and I'm seeing travel in this picture, so some of you guys actually might be traveling, and I'm seeing the pyramids here, right? So some of you all might actually be traveling, like over, like I said, over to like Egypt, like doing a spiritual type of voyage. Some might be traveling by air, some by water. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So for some of you guys, you might have been working out or working too hard, right? And it's time for you all to take a little break and play a little bit. So I had got that message a little bit earlier. And it says, trust the niggle. What is niggling feeling trying to tell you? That feeling that's in your belly, your gut instinct. Trust it. Okay, what is it? What is it telling you? Where is it leading you? You know, that gut instinct will sometimes tell you how to maneuver. Just like when that dog started barking, I'm like, distractions, right? That's how spirit works. It's not, spirit doesn't give you like, come in and be like, oh, Lisa, say this, say this, say this. No, it's like me using my intuition literally. And that's why we tell people everybody has an intuition. So use it, okay? The more you use it, the more in tune you are. That's all that happens. True manifesting is about receiving what is for the highest good. So that goes back to my message with some of you guys aren't receiving your manifestations because it's not aligning with your purpose. So make sure it's aligning with your basic needs and your highest good, okay? My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feelings and thoughts. So some of you all are actually have not been through this transformation. You're kind of hard on yourself, and you're not like, yeah, you're being very hard on yourself. So some of you guys through this transformation really focus on changing your thoughts, your thinking, and yes, knowing that these cloudy days will be over. Okay, they're not going to last. These too shall pass. It says, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. So some of you guys will start to manifest more just by simply doing those things, like I said, getting moving, working out, having fun, okay, remembering, getting joy back in your life. Those things, once that happens, like you'll start to change the frequency, because if you're smiling and dancing and doing all those things, you can't be sad. Right? You'll literally start to believe your own shit, okay? So it's like that meme I posted, if you follow me on Facebook yesterday, face it till you make it. Don't fake it, face it, you know, because once you face it over and over, eventually it's going to happen, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that message. I would like to thank you all for joining me today. Thank your ancestors, my ancestors, your spirit guides, and my spirit guides alike. Ashe, and you have a blessed day.